in case some of our friends are sleeping in this morning, okay? Does everybody have their black felt or at least something to erase your board with? Cool. All right, so we are going to begin with, let's see if we can get this guy to do, oh no, we're going to decoding first, sorry. All right, so, ooh, let's share the screen, Mrs. Moran. Oh my goodness. Let me reduce that and share the screen. All right. And what do we want to share the screen with? No. Okay, it's not letting me share the screen with that. So we'll go instead to our memory words. All right, so let me get all of you together. And the first memory word is Alessandro.
2.
2, and that's the number word 2. All right, and the next memory word, Junior, is
2.
2. Okay, that's different than the number word 2. It means including or also. Very good. And our next memory word, guess it's only given us 2 memory words today, 2 and 2. All right, let me move you guys out of my way so I can minimize. We want to stop the share. All right, and so now we're going to share again, and we're going to go right to our friend who's going to help us with the spelling. So everybody got your pen? Good job. All right, here's your, let me move you guys out of the way just to make sure that the volume is up enough so that you can hear. All right, so here we go. Number 1.
She's the fastest girl. She's.
Okay, number 2.
He's going to wash the dishes after dinner. He's. You're taking a test. You're.
Okay, last one.
We're in school now. We're.
If only. We're is the contraction for we are, if that helps. All right, and here's your sentence.
The kids will ride their bikes.
So you're going to print the sentence, the kids will ride their bikes. Okay. Make sure you begin and end your sentence correctly. The kids will ride their bikes. Okay. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we have lids on pens. Please and thank you. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we have pens away. All right. Miss Lily, I am going to reveal the first word. Will you read it and spell it for us? Have to unmute yourself.
Cheese.
Go ahead and spell it for us. Everybody else is checking.
H-S-H-E''S.
What does the apostrophe take the place of, Alessandro? In cheese, what does the apostrophe take the place of?
The I.
The I and is. Very good. Okay, next word, Todd, is
She.
say it again.
He's.
Would you please spell it for us?
H-E-apostrophe-S.
Very good. And JJ, what does the apostrophe take the place of in he's?
I.
Very good. In is. All right, Mia, you're up next. What's the next word?
Your.
And how do you spell your?
Y-O-U-apostrophe-R-E.
Excellent. And Brody, what does the apostrophe take the place of in your?
A.
The A in R. Very good. Okay. Camilla, you're up next. What's the word? What's this word? Okay. Let me find a friend to help you. Gabby, what's the word? Number 4, what's the word?
We're.
We're. And how did you spell we're?
W-E-apostrophe-R-E.
Very good. And Nico, what does the apostrophe take the place of in we're?
A.
The A in R. Excellent. Okay. My friend Jameson, will you read the sentence for us, please?
The kids will ride their bikes.
The kids will ride their bikes. Juliana, what type of sentence is the kids will ride their bikes?
A telling sentence.
It is a telling sentence. So your friend should have put what punctuation mark at the end?
A period.
A period. And everybody should have started their sentence with what, Juliana?
An uppercase letter.
An uppercase letter. You guys rock, especially this early in the morning. So let's go ahead and erase our boards, and we're going to put our boards away. And when you finish, I want you to look at your screen here on the blackboard, because before we get into our word workbook this morning and the new phonics skill that we're going to be learning, I want us to review what we have learned in the past, okay? And what we've learned in the past is that when a word has just one vowel, and that vowel is at the end, the vowel usually has the long sound. So the first word is go. Everyone, go. And the second word, okay, you can just say it at home to yourself. Somebody's got pots and pans going in the background, so if it's you, could you turn your mic off? Okay, so go, say it at home, all right? And no, and so. Okay, what is the sound of O in each of those words? Juliana, what is the sound of O in each of those words?
O.
Yeah, but O has 2 sounds, so which sound of O?
Ah.
Go, no, so? That's not the short ah sound. What sound is that?
Ooh.
No. Juliana, listen to the word again. Go, no, so. What sound of O is that? Remember, O has 2 sounds, short ah and long O. What's the sound?
O.
Right, because remember, when a word has only one vowel and it's at the end of the word, that vowel usually has the long sound. Okay, Gabby, can you read the next 3 words for me?
He, she, we.
He, she, and we. Very good. All right, now, Brianna, each of those words that Gabby just read has only one vowel, and the vowel is at the end of the word. So that E has what sound, long or short?
Short.
No, short says F, long says its own name. So each of these words has the long sound of E because it has, each of these words has only one vowel and the vowel is at the end. So when a word has only one vowel and the vowel is at the end, the vowel usually has the long sound. All right? So now we are going to learn another rule. So I'm going to stop sharing this and I need for you to get your word workbooks and I need for you to open them up to page 43. Okay, so we're all open to page 43. I would like you to put your finger in the first box. Look at the word in the first box. What is the pink vowel that you see in the first box? Mia?
M.
The first vowel.
U.
U, okay? Now, we just reviewed words with single vowels, and those vowels were at the end, and they had the long vowel sound, okay? If you notice in this word, there is a vowel by itself in the middle. Usually, a single vowel, no, not usually, a single vowel can also have the long vowel sound in a longer word, okay? So that U is going to have the long sound. JJ, what's the long sound of U? What's the long sound of U? Remember, long vowels say their own names. So what's the long sound of U?
O.
The long sound of U? Todd?
The long sound of U is
Guys, long vowels say their own names. Lily, what's the long sound of U?
U.
U. JJ, what's the long sound of U?
U.
Todd, what's the long sound of U?
U.
Okay, everybody trace the symbol for the long vowel sound above the U. Okay? Now, if U has the long sound, all right, then that word is music. What is it, everybody? Music. All right, let's go over to number 2. What vowel do you see standing all by itself in the middle of the word? Juliana, what vowel do you see standing all by itself in the middle of the word?
I.
I, okay. And sometimes a vowel that it's by itself in a longer word can also have the long sound. What is the long sound of I, Juliana? I. So what do you, everybody mark the long vowel sound above the I. And then Jameson, can you read the word for us, please?
Spider.
Spider, okay. Draw a circle around the picture of the spider. Okay, we're going to go next to box 5. Remembering again, sometimes when a vowel stands by itself, even in a longer word, it can have the long sound. So Gabby, what vowel do you see in the middle of this word?
E.
E, and it's going to have the long sound, so trace that blue line above it. And then Alessandro, can you sound the word out for us, please?
Fever.
Fever. And I need for you to draw a ring around the picture that shows fever. Would that be this, the boy in bed, or the 5? It would be the boy in bed. All right, we're going to go down to box number 4. Nico, what vowel do you see standing by itself in the middle of that word?
Vowel.
A.
A, very good. And the line above the A tells us that this vowel is going to have the long sound or the short sound?
Long sound.
Good, so everybody's going to draw a line above that A. And then, Camilla, can you please tell us what the word is?
Baby.
Baby, very good. And we want to draw a ring around the picture that goes with the word baby. All right, Brody, look in box number 5. In that word, there's a vowel that's standing all by itself, all right? And I see a line above it that tells us that the vowel is going to have the long sound. So that vowel is going to say what, Brody?
O.
Oh, and what then is the word?
Pony.
Pony. So everyone should have drawn a line above the O and then draw a circle around the picture that goes with the pony. All right, I think I got everybody on this page. All right, so now we are going to go to box number 6. Jameson, what vowel do you see standing in the middle of the word by itself?
O.
O. And we're going to draw a line above it to show that it has the long sound of O. So if this word has the long sound of O, what picture goes with it? Jameson. Well, we have a picture of a robe and we have a picture of a what?
Robot.
Robot. So this word robot and this picture robot go together. All right. Let's go to box number 7. Brianna, what vowel do you see standing alone in the middle of that longer word?
E.
E, okay? And when a word, sometimes when a word stands alone, a vowel stands alone in a longer word, it can have the long sound. And long E says what, Nico?
Say E.
Long E says what, Nico?
E.
E, very good, all right? Let's draw a line above the E to show that it stands for the long E sound. And then Nico, which of these 2 pictures is going to go with the word? Well, first of all, Nico, tell me the word.
Zebra.
Zebra. And which picture goes with zebra? The bottom one or the top one?
The top one.
Good job. All right, now let's see who else is here. Alessandro, let's go to the next one. In this word, this longer word, there's a vowel that stands by itself, okay? What vowel stands by itself in this longer word?
U.
U, all right? And sometimes in the longer word, when a vowel stands by itself, it can have a long sound. This word does. So everybody draw a line above the U. All right, now, Alessandro, can you tell us what this word is?
Student.
Student, very good. And which picture goes with student? The girl at the top or the fruit at the bottom?
The girl at the top.
The girl at the top. So we're going to draw a circle around her. Okay. And then we have one more on the page, all right? And when I look at this longer word, I see a vowel all by itself. What's the vowel that's all by itself in this longer word, Gabby?
I.
I. And since it's a vowel standing by itself in a longer word, it's probably going to have the long sound of I. So we're going to draw a line above that I. And then can you tell us what the word is, Gabby, if that I is long?
Pilot.
Pilot. And which picture would go with pilot?
The
The top one. So we're going to draw a circle around the pilot, the person who is controlling the plane. Now let's put our pencils down for a minute, because when we first started the lesson, we went over a rule that we had learned before. When a word has only one vowel, and that vowel is at the end of the word, it usually has the long sound. The rule that we just introduced this morning is sometimes a vowel can stand by itself in a longer word. And most often that vowel will have the long sound, like in music, spider, fever, baby, pony, robot, zebra, student, and pilot. Okay, we're going to continue a little bit more with, and I'm going to stop the share so I can get to my next page. We're going to work on page 44. Okay. And I'm going to share the screen with page 44. All right. Oops, that's not the right page. That's the page I want. Okay. What do you notice about the words across the top of page? And it's, hold on a minute, because the screen did not split. I'm gonna minimize that for a minute. Sorry, guys. All right, there it is. If you look across the top, what do you notice about each one of those longer words across the top of the page? Lily, what do you notice about each one of those longer words across the top of the page?
There are words.
Yeah, they're all words. What else do you notice about each of those words across the top of the page? Jameson? Okay, let me tell you what I noticed, boys and girls. I noticed, first of all, that they're all longer words. If you agree with that, thumbs up. They're all longer words. Okay. And in these longer words, there are, in each one of them, there's a vowel that stands by itself. If you see that, thumbs up. Okay. So that means usually when a longer word has one vowel by itself, that it is going to have the long sound. So in this word, that O is going to have the long sound. So let's everybody trace the blue line above the O. And if I go next door, I see the same thing. That is a longer word. It has one vowel, so that A is going to be long. So go ahead and trace the line above the A. And I'm going to move over to the third word. It's a longer word with a vowel all by itself. So that E is going to have the long sound, the E sound. So trace the blue line. And then there's one more, okay? And I see that it's an I. I'm going to trace the line, and that means the I is going to have the long sound, the I sound. Now let's go back, remembering that this O says O. Jameson, can you tell us what that word is?
Open.
Open, very good. And if we move next door, Brody, remember we said that A was going to say A. So what is this word?
Paper.
Paper, excellent, okay. And then my third word, I see an E that's all by itself. It's going to have the long sound of E. So Nico, what is that word?
Even.
Good job, even, all right. And then my last one has that I standing by itself in the middle, so it's going to have the long I sound. So Gabby, what is this word?
Silent.
Silent, very good. So our words are open, paper, even, and silent. And we're going to use those words to help us finish the sentences. And the first one they've done for us, make the top flat. And what word choice do they give us to finish that sentence? Aaron. Lily, can you tell me the word? What's the word we're going to trace on the handwriting lines?
Even.
Even, okay? Now, as you are tracing the word, I want you to do it slowly and I want you to spell it out loud to yourself. So here we go. E, V, E, N. Okay? Jameson, will you read the sentence for us now, please?
Paint on the.
No, I would like you to read number 1 for us since we finished it.
Make the top flat and even.
And you know what? Let's draw the symbol for the long vowel sound above that E. Okay, because that's one of those long vowel triggers. All right, now we're going to go to number 2, and I'm going to look for a new group of people. Brody, will you please read what we have so far in number 2? Remember, A-I says A. P-A-nt.
Paint
Paint. Keep going.
on the.
And which one of our long vowel triggers up here will finish that sentence? Paint on the
Paper.
paper. Excellent. So we're all going to write that and we're going to spell it to ourselves as we write it. P A P E R. And that long vowel trigger is an A. So let's draw the line above the A. Okay. Mia, will you read what the words are in number 3?
Blank the box.
Blank the box. Which long vowel trigger word up here do you think we should use to complete that sentence?
Open.
Open, very good. Now, it's the first word in the sentence, so it must begin with an uppercase letter. So let's everybody print the word, please. Uppercase O, P, E, N. And go ahead and go back and put that symbol for long O above the O. All right, Juliana, would you read the last one for us?
E. Silent.
Silent, something we have to do here at school in the hallway, even though middle school is not always that good at it, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and write it and spell it at the same time. S-I-L-E-N-T. All right, you can put your pencil down. Come on over here to the spelling list, because you saw on your spelling list on Spelling City this week that you have a lot of long vowel triggers, okay? So I am going to say a long vowel trigger from the spelling list, and you are going to find it on the list, okay? So find the word silent. Silent. JJ, what number is silent? Which number on the spelling list over here on the side is silent? Juliana.
Number 3.
Number 3, she found it. How about paper? Who can find paper for me? Todd, what number is paper?
Number 1.
Number 1, good. Brody, what number is super? Super.
5.
I beg your pardon?
5.
5, good. Even, what number is even, Nico? Brianna. Brianna.
Number 2.
Number 2, very good. And how about super? JJ, what number is super?
5.
5. Now I'm going to do the same thing with our memory words. Tell me always. Find always and tell me what number is always. Jameson.
8.
8. Very good. And what number is there? There, Lily.
6.
Good. How about bin? Aaron, which number is bin?
Number 10.
Number 10, because a lot of people had, this was a tricky one. A lot of people had a hard time spelling this last week. Because. Nico, what number is because?
9.
9, good. How about now? Brianna, which one is now?
Number 7.
Number 7, okay. So long vowel triggers are part of our spelling list this week. Sometimes in a longer word, a vowel can stand by itself. If it does, sometimes it can have the long sound. These memory words don't follow a rule or a pattern. You have to just put them in your memory and be able to read and spell them from your memory. All right, we are finished with our word workbook. So you can go ahead and put that away. And we're going to go ahead and get our reading book. And to begin with in our reading book, we need to be open to page 59. All right, now on page 59, you will see that we are in the second part of Unit 11. And we always start each new second with a super short. And the super short this week is called You and Me and the Super Kids. And we're going to find it on page 75. But before I go to page 75, I want us to look at these long vowel triggers. Remember, a long vowel trigger is a word where a vowel is by itself in a longer word and is going to have the long vowel sound. We just worked with all 6 of these words, but I'm going to say the word, and at your house, you don't have to unmute yourself. At your house, you're going to repeat the word. Paper. I should see everybody's lips moving. Open. Super. Baby. Over. Music. Okay, and again, every one of them has a vowel standing by itself in a long word. And sometimes when that happens, those vowels can have the long sound, as they do in each of those words. Along the bottom are the memory words. My turn, your turn. There. Now.
Now.
Always.
Always.
Because.
Because.
And been. Now, what page did I say we were going to find the super short on? Jameson?
Page 75.
Page 75. So let's all find page 75. And I think here. Okay. Now, on page 75, we see the title, You and Me and the Super Kids. Okay. I'm going to ask Gabby to read the first sentence under the title. Go ahead, Gabby.
Hot Rod spotted this ad in the
Oh, okay, in the paper, okay? Now, this word add, everybody put your finger on the word add, okay? That word add is a shortened, it's a short way of saying advertisement, okay? An ad tells, this ad or advertisement tells about Happy Land, which is a make-believe amusement park, okay? So this is something that you might see in a paper or a magazine. How many of you have seen an ad, not for Happy Land, but some type of ad in a paper or magazine? We all have, okay? So we're going to go ahead and let our narrator read for us, and you guys are going to track with your eye and your ear and your finger.
You and me and the Super Kids. Hot Rod spotted this ad in the paper. Happy Land is now open. Go on super fast rides. Pet cute baby animals. Tap your feet to terrific music. Get happy at Happy Land.
Okay, now, what did the ad tell us about Happy Land? What did the ad tell us about Happy Land? Can you tell me one thing the ad told us about Happy Land, Alessandro? Everybody should be on page 75. What's one thing the ad told us about Happy Land? What's one thing you learned about Happy Land from reading the ad?
pet cute baby animals.
Okay, it has, you get to pet cute baby animals, okay? What else, JJ?
Go on super fast rides.
Okay, so I've learned from the ad that it has baby animals, that it has super fast rides. Is there anything else that the ad told me or that I found out about Happy Land from the ad? Nico. It has fast rides, it has baby animals. Is there anything else I learned about Happy Land from the ad?
To tap your feet to terrific music.
Okay, so what I learned is that it has super fast rides, it has cute baby animals, and it has terrific music. All right, let's turn and find out what happens next. Yes, Juliana?
There's also one more thing I wanted to tell you about Happy Land.
What's that?
That is now open too.
Oh, it's now open. All right. Let's go ahead and listen to the, I'm going to turn my page. I'm going to listen to the narrator read.
Hot Rod showed the ad to his dad. Look at the fun things you can do at Happy Land, said Hot Rod. Do you mean fun things you can do or I can do? Asked Hot Rod's dad.
Okay, now what I noticed on this page is that there are words that have lines under them. Does everybody see the words that have lines drawn under them? Okay, when text has words that have line underneath them, they're important words and they're supposed to be read a little bit louder than the other words, okay? So let's go ahead and continue to listen to see if the narrator reads those words a little bit differently than the others. Mia, are you still with us?
Fun things you and I can do, said Hot Rod. You like to go fast too. That's true, his dad said. Okay, you and I will drive over there next week. And the Super Kids? Asked Hot Rod. Hot Rod's dad smiled. Yes, he said. You, me, and the Super Kids.
Okay, now if we go back up to the third paragraph, do you mean fun things you can do or I can do? Asked Hot Rod's dad. All right, that word you is underlined because the author wants us to know that Hot Rod's dad wants to know who would be doing the fun things, him or Hot Rod, okay? And if you go here, fun things you and I can do. Why do you think that Hot Rod emphasized the word and? Fun things you and I can do. Why do you think he emphasized that word and? JJ, why do you think he emphasized that word? Fun things you and I can do, said Hot Rod.
Because it's long.
No, doesn't have anything to do with the vowel. Here's what I think. I think that he wants his father to know that both of us can do fun things. It's not just going to be me doing fun things, Dad. You are going to be doing fun things too. They both can have fun at Happy Land. Okay? And then down here, it says, that's true, his dad said. Okay, you and I will drive over there next week. And then Hot Rod emphasizes again, and the Super Kids? Asked Hot Rod. Why does he emphasize that word and there? Gabby?
Because he wants the Super Kids to come too.
That's right. He's saying to his dad, hey, can my friends come along? Okay. All right. And then down here at the bottom, Hot Rod's dad smiled. Yes, he said. You, me, and the Super Kids. So what is Hot Rod's dad telling Hot Rod when he emphasizes that word and? Jameson, what's Hot Rod's dad telling him when he emphasizes that word and?
That the Super Kids can come too.
That's right, that the Super Kids can come too. And so you, me, and the Super Kids. Have you heard that before? You, me, and the Super Kids? Where have we heard that before? Lily, where have we heard you, me, and the Super Kids before? Oh my goodness, guys. Look at the first page of the story. Mia, where have we seen it and heard it before?
On the title.
Yes, that's the title. The title of the story is You, Me, and the Super Kids. You, me, and the Super Kids. So from the title and from the last line of the super short, I get the idea I'm going to predict Who's the next story going to be about, Brody? Who's the next story going to be about?
Happy Land.
Okay, that's where we would predict that they would be going. Who's going to be going? Aaron?
Hot Rod's dad.
And anybody else?
The Super Kids.
And anybody else? Juliana?
Hot Rod.
That's right. Hot Rod, his dad, and the Super Kids are all going to go to Happy Land because it's a happy place to visit, because they have cute animals, they have terrific music, and they have fast rides. And so that's what we're going to be reading tomorrow. And in the super short and in the story tomorrow, there are going to be several of those long vowel trigger words. And those are words that, in longer words, when vowels stand by themselves, okay, they often have the long sound. So give me an example from today's lesson of a long vowel trigger, Gabby. Give me an example of a word that we learned today that's a long vowel trigger.
Music.
Music, good. Nico, can you give me an example of a word that we learned today that's a long vowel trigger? Jameson, can you give me one?
Paper.
Paper, good. Alessandro, can you give me one?
Even.
Beg your pardon? Excellent. Juliana?
Spider.
Spider. How about wasp? How long vowel trigger? Wasp. Aaron?
Odd.
That's a short vowel. I was trying to keep an eye out. Wasp. Is wasp a long vowel trigger? Or no?
Listen, we can't hear you.
Why you can't hear? Okay. Is wasp a long vowel trigger, Gabby?
Baby.
Baby is not. Another one, Brody.
Pony.
All right. We're going. There are some of my friends that are remembering that even though we're in our house, we're still supposed to be for our lesson sitting in our chair, staying in our chair, and listening to the lesson, not playing. Okay, I know that this is difficult. It's difficult for me too. I'd rather us all be on the pulpit right now, sitting and doing what we do. We're back at the teacher table. This is not the fun way to do it, but it's what we have to do. So I need your cooperation when we meet like this. And if you understand, I put your thumbs up. Okay, I love you guys and I miss you guys. Let me do my work the right way. Okay? Alright. When you finish with when I end the meeting, there are a couple of things that mom and dad is not offering to do that are going to
Can't hear you. Yeah, we can't hear you. The audio was horrible.
We cannot hear anything.
Okay, I am not sure what that has to do with, but I'm going to see if some of you can hear me because you've got your hands over your ears. So I'm going to end the meeting. There are things that are attached that moms and dads have gone off for you that will help with today's lesson. Okay? So I'm going to sign off now, and hopefully when we do science this afternoon, the volume will be better. All right.